Hello everybody. Lovely to see you all on this Tuesday evening. The week's just flying by. I can't believe we're into the second week of July here in the UK and obviously all over the rest of the world. So I just want to thank you all as always for joining me, whether you're joining me live or whether you're joining for the replay. You're always welcome. If you have any questions in the live, just pop them in the comments. Hello Natalie, how hope you having a good day? And obviously if you're watching the replay and you have any thoughts or comments, then please just add them there and I will always come back to those. Hi Judy, lovely to see you. It's lovely to have you with me. And I just wanted to this week carry on from the demo that we did last week where we created that image using the rotational symmetry. And then today I wanted to show you this most simple pattern repeat that you can have, which is simply within a block, within a shape, within Procreate. So let's bob over there now. I'll just go to my other overhead camera, swap this over. So you can see here, this is what we created last week. And I did go on and share in the comments with you later the repeat that I created. And so I just thought, you know, it's a really good opportunity to show everybody how easy it is to create a repeat. Not a fancy, not a sort of tossed pattern or anything really, you know, complicated or anything like that, but just a really simple repeat. So this pattern, you'll notice here, fills the whole of the canvas, but it doesn't go over any of the edges. Anyone who's worked in Adobe Illustrator, it's kind of like the opposite of everything we were taught. So you can see this fills that block quite nicely, but doesn't go over any of the edges. And so that really is now ready to test. So I'm going to create myself a separate block. You can see I've already done it in there, but I will do it again. So I'm going to turn that one off. So what you can see I've got here at the moment is the base layer, that's the colour. I don't know why I can't, oh, have I still got that on? Oh, that's it, it's in there. The pattern, and then the print, the print I put in the background, put the background back in and put all of those designs back in. But to make it really easy, what we want to do is we want to, hello Sue Allen, hi Vonnie, lovely to see you all. So we now can drag that straight into one of the pattern testers, and there is a few around. I'll post them all in the comments. There's this one we're going to use first, which is the Pattern Playground, which is Tila Cunningham's split view. So I'm just going to open it here. It might be, I know that was what I was fiddling about before, trying to make a countdown because I seem to have lost mine. So Pattern Playground, that's where the first one will go. And you can see here, design your patterns faster. And literally all you need to do is to drop the image into here. So as I say, we've got that image there. We now need one layer that has everything on. So I'm going to drag 3 fingers down, copy all, 3 fingers down and paste. And now when you look in there, you've got that image here that's got everything on. Go and literally just drag it across. And there you go. So I'm going to move it back to full screen. And one of the things that you'll notice is I'll make it smaller so you can see. Now I'm going to start off with a half drop, so a full drop, which means the pattern repeats the same way down as it does across. Absolutely bob on, which is fabulous. Now the other kind of bonus when you do a block repeat like this is you can manipulate the pattern without doing anything other than asking it to do it as a half drop, which means instead of just repeating right across, it repeats and drops down a half. So that image there is between those two. So that's half drop, but that still looks fabulous for a pattern. And there's also half brick, which is where the lines, you know, your pattern goes across, but when it drops down, instead of dropping straight down, it drops down to a half block. So, you know, really easy, really cool way to create a pattern. I'm going to go back and show you another one. As I say, it's you know, you can make lots of designs. Looking for something else that I've got in here that would lend itself really well to that. Actually, the bee would, to be honest. It hasn't got a background, but let's Let's take that background out. The background won't copy, but hey ho, let's just see how this goes, just to give you a bit of a flavour. So this isn't finished yet, but I think we'll just have a little look. Actually, let me just, before we do that, yes, I know, sorry, ignore me. We're going to copy all, and then we're going to paste. And then what I am going to do to this is, before we drag it in, anything that goes over the line will, oh, thank you, Sue Ellen, I knew you'd like my bee. Anything that goes over the line we'll need to remove. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it on here because it's going to take everything out. It won't be as simple as that, Pauline. Let me see. Okay. Right, what I was wanting to do, put that back in. You see everything here that repeats over the side will not repeat properly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn that one off I've just done, and let's do this properly. So I'm going to turn off, it's got a, if I show you, it had a textured paper in there. I'm just going to turn that off for now. And some of my splodges, where are my splodges? Where are they? Are they in here? No. I do this, I decide halfway through that I want to show you something. No, not that one. Maybe at the bottom. Oh, here we go. Right, okay. So I'm going to duplicate that layer, switch it off, so that I don't damage what I'm going to do with the bee in the future. So what I want to do now is anything that overlaps, check I'm on the right layer, that overlaps the edge, I need to remove. So those are okay. It's these ones here. Let's have a little look. And if you were creating this and you knew you were going to use it as a design, you would have obviously looked at this before you did it. I'm literally now going to just remove them so that it repeats for us. There we go. So they're all okay. Little one there. Little one there. Right. Okay, so now I have to put my one right at the top. So I'm going to drag my 3 fingers down, create my copy, drag it again and create my paste. And then I'm going to, my 3 dots on the top, split view. We'll use that same one this time. And I'm literally going to drag that layer across. I'll be interested in this one because it's very different to what we've just done. There's a lot more detail in it, but actually it's come out really sweet. I really like that. You know, not the most, you know, if I would have spent more time if I knew I was going to do it this way, because you can see there is some, you know, some gaps there, but I could have filled that better on the main page. And again, that's a half brick, that's a half drop, and we can have it as a full drop as well. So yeah, I think I'm really pleased with that. So yeah, if I go back into here, what I mean is if I made more of an effort with my splodges to have some near the edge, it would gel really well. And the one thing I do think this kind of pattern, I feel as though has, is a bit of a vintage feel to it. I think that, you know, single pattern with either a half drop or a full, you know, a half brick has that effect to it. I'll just save the image so it'll download it for me, and then I can go into it here. It's downloaded it, and you can see it's obviously brought it up there. The thing to remember is this image now, the resolution won't be as good as it was originally, which is fine. You know, if you're sharing it to somewhere, if you want to see that, that's great. But you just need to remember that if you were now to send this off to print on demand or for it to have some fabric printed, you just need to remember, oh, my lights have gone off, never mind, to check what the resolution would look like in the print on demand. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go onto my desktop. I'm going to swap over, and let me just see if I can go onto my screen so you can see this is the one that I did earlier. So I'm just going to Where are we? I can leave that on there actually, can't I? That's fine. So what I want to do is I want to go into and find the other, one of the other ones that I like to use, which is Pattern Pal. And I will send you these. Not send you, I will add these in the comments. Where is it? Pattern Pal. I can't read. The trouble is when I do this, I'm sat so far away from my screen. Pattern Pal. See if that gets us Amanda's. Where are we? Let me see. Let's find Amanda. That's it. It's Amanda Grace. So let's go into Amanda Grace. Amanda Grace. Goodness me, where's she gone? Design. Let's put design on the end. I hope you're all having a good day. There we go. Seamless pattern tester. But I will send you the link. Okay. Slowly it's loading up. It's because I'm asking it to do too many things, I think. I'm not sure if you can still hear me because my audio seems... So Vonnie says, so glad you're showing to work with layers by duplicating one and turning one off. So important to know. That way you can make many different designs using various elements over and over by copying and pasting. Getting wordy here, so I hope it makes sense. Absolutely. It does, Vonnie. Absolutely it makes sense. I'll just show that to the screen. It really does, because I think it shows, it's like we talked about in one of the courses that I did, was it's like one piece of artwork with so many ways. You have the benefit of layers when you're working in Procreate. So you can do that. I've kept that other layer, so it's fine for what I'm going to use it for, which is an illustration. But I think I will now go back and have a little bit fiddle with the outer edge of that to make sure I have splashes close to the edge but not over it. So no, and that's not too wordy at all. That's great, Vonnie. So here's the other pattern tester, and I'm wondering whether it'll let me, thinking about it, whether it'll let me drop one in. Yes, I think it will. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open photographs and let me see what I've got in here that I could pattern test. I'm not sure. Let me see if this will work for you so you just know. And if it doesn't work, that's fine. We'll try something else. So I'm going to drag I don't know if you can see this on screen because it's to the side. I'm just checking what you can actually see on screen. Is it? I think it is. I'm just going to drag this image across. Yeah, I think it will. Yes, it's tiny though. Oh, I'm glad you can hear me. It asked me to click something on my computer, and I just have, and it all seems quite happy. So I think it's just catching up now. You see, now this image is tiny, and the reason I wanted to share this one with you is I'm going to make the tile size bigger. Even when I make that tile size really big, you can see it's not fabulous. And can you see there in the middle, there's actually a fault? And that's because what I've done is I've just dragged from my photograph file the image that I'd saved. It's a PNG, so it's not repeating because it's not straight from the image. But as I say, I made that, but the fault that I made with this is I made it too small. I think on my Procreate I made it on I think the file is size, if I just go back in and have a little look, I'm going to come back on screen if I can see it somewhere. Where's my screen gone? Wow, how bizarre. Oh, there we are. This is the one that I want. Oh, it's really bizarre, everyone, because I've now lost my cameras. Why is nothing ever straightforward, girls? No. Okay. You just think you get something sorted. So that's on screen. Current application. camera. There we go. There we go. There we go. So what I want to do, switch it on, is I want to show you that that did work when I created it. So I'm going to go back into here. So I'm going to go back into that one I've just shown you. That's it there. You know, working. It's like a bodice, you know, like a corset type shape, and it does. Everything is straight backwards. That's right, Sue Ellen, you're right. And it does need some work, because for all I love these colours, there's not enough contrast in the design because it's all very soft in there. So I think I need to work myself some darker colours in there. But I'm really pleased with how the lace kind of effect came out, and the repeat I was really happy with. So what I will do now is show you how it will repeat properly. And that is if I got one of those there. No. Okay, let's go to the top and drag the 3 fingers down. Actually, no, I will do it this way in case my computer doesn't want to play. Paste. And then I'll split my screen. And I'm going to find Pattern Pal in here so we can see Pattern Pal. Yeah, I have found another lady that has Pattern Checker. Pattern Pal. But hers is only does 2 inches square, which is absolutely fine. Can't spell. Great design. There we go. Pattern tester. Pattern tester. There we go. Come on, catch up. I think that's the only thing that I always seem to have an issue with. It doesn't want to load because it's trying to do too much else. Oh, it is loading anyway. Actually, while it does that, see if I can get this to share. Oops. Share image. I'm just going to share it as a JPEG. Share it, save the image. And I don't think it'll come up quick enough on my screen. I'm going to have a look. Let's have a little look. That many little windows on here. No, I don't think it's going to come up quick enough. So we'll just wait for this to load. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to that. Right, okay, so it's loaded now. I think it didn't like that I had the screen split. I think what it is, and I think I'm making my Wi-Fi work really hard because I'm live on Ecamm, I'm recording, and I'm doing this as well. So I still want to try and do the same as we've just done. So I saved that to, there we go. Let me drag that across. Will it disappear? Let's see. There we go, we're fine. So I literally just clicked on that one I've just created. I'm going to drag it across and drop it in. Go back to full screen and make the tile bigger. So you can see now it does repeat seamlessly. It was just that. You can see obviously it's affected the resolution there because I've taken it into that. But the image itself is fine if you were to repeat it to that size. You can as well with this change the resolution to improve it if you wanted to share it. But yeah, just to show you can drag it in as an image like that as well. There we go. So I was going to show you on the screen that basically I'm wafting my arms that I'm talking to you, so I'm going to come back on here. Hello. So basically, it's like with everything in life really, but as well, is that there's more than one way to do something. So there's that way which is, what Why does it repeat when the rounds go to the edge? So that one repeats. I jumped the gun there. That one repeats because I've used the, you know, where we flip the edges, it isn't just a solid pattern. I've gone off the plot a bit there. That's why that one repeats, because I created it as a repeating pattern, not just a block. So sorry, Natalie, I'm flitting about. That's why it's still okay. It was just once I'd shown you on screen, I then wanted to show you that it did work. Let me go back into then one more that's just a simple design. So that was the fluke, that one. Let me see. My little sheep. Let me see if I can go back on here. I'm conscious of the time. It's been on 20 minutes, but I think we're okay. So I'm going to go into my little sheep that I made. And this is quite interesting, this, because it's in a rectangle and we generally do everything in a square, but let's just give it a whirl. I've got the image there, so that's fine. I'm going to use that one. And I'm going to open the pattern tester again. There we go. And I'm just going to drag that across. There we go. Do full screen. And there he is. He's really cute. Now there's no background on here. I don't know if you noticed. But so it's just basically the background there. I would add a background in if I was going to do that. So I reduce the size of the design. And again, we can do half drop or half brick. So I kind of think that the reason I created this a couple of weeks ago when we were doing, I was drawing something, and I drew a little sheep, and then I started thinking, oh, it'd be really cute on something to do with the night, you know, that nighttime thing about if you can't sleep, you count sheep. So, but I haven't done anything further with them. I do this, I get so far, and then I need to do something else. So, so yes, that's just another version of that. But I mean, that design that's behind there isn't mine. It's literally because there's nothing behind it. But I think it looks quite cute on that Hessian kind of background behind it. Let's see if we could quickly do. No, because I need to start doing something. No, we'll not. I'll not confuse anything. I'm going to leave it as is. So that's great. So I hope that makes sense. And I think, Natalie, that I just got a bit excited there sharing that other image that I created. So yeah, because really what we're talking about is when we've got a solid image on the screen, and then how we can still make a repeating pattern from that. So we'll go back and we'll do one more. Let's see what else we've got. Where are we? This one now, this was one I've created. This is one of the designs. Now I've got a background in here, so the background probably won't work, that texture. No, I've made them as a repeat. Let's just go with it, because I did make this as a repeat, because this is going to the trade show, the California textile trade show. So let's see if we can make him work. So we'll go on that one. I've obviously copied that. I'm going to split my view again and open the pattern tester somewhere, wherever it's gone. That's it. Drag the file across. There we go. And yeah, it looks as though it's repeated okay, actually. So yeah, this is like a mixture of the two, because that image on its own would repeat in that way that we can see here. And if we look at it, that's as a half brick. Half drop, it also does. I wasn't sure whether the background would be okay, but to be honest, it looks fine. And that's a full drop. And I think I actually like the half drop is my favourite in that, although they're all great. I think that'd be great on a summer frock, like a sundress or something. But we will see. It's part of the Helen collection. So it's Winging Its Way with Denise Ives and the Pattern Design Resource to the California Trade Show, which is really exciting. So I'm going to come back on screen, and I'll just then say goodbye and let you all get on with your day. So where are we? There we go. So yeah, have a great day. Yes, so you can see that's why I was just keeping on your toes there, Natalie. So it's been a great day here. And I've been busy, as I say, getting those final things ready for Denise, and doing Christmas in July, which seems to be a thing these days. And yeah, so that's great. So Sue Ellen, let's have a little look and see what Sue Ellen's got to say. Where are we? Pauline, this past weekend I had the energy and the focus to get major organised done in the house. I have no obstacles that clutter my pathways. I can through the rooms and lots of table space, so I can start working on Illustrator Procreate project. Yes, that is such a good feeling, Sue Ellen. Such a good feeling. So yeah, you can get in and get stuck into that. So that's great. So I will see you all next Tuesday. For those of you that are in my membership, I will see you next Tuesday at 7 inside Procreate Simply Continued. And for everyone else, I will love to welcome you here, and my members, if they still want to join us, at 8 o'clock in the UK, which is noon Pacific time. Oh, that's lovely, Sue Ellen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So yeah, feel free. If there's anything else you want to say, I'll give you a little minute because I know it's on a little lag. And if there's anything you particularly like me to do, I want to try and keep this theme going. We've looked at a simple block repeat pattern today, and even though I went slightly off the plot, Natalie, and so I just got a bit excited there. And so what I want to try and do next week is build on the next more simple kind of little design. We'll do a little demo of that. So have a great rest of your day. It's time for a cup of tea here. And yeah, that's it. I shall pop off. So I can't see any more comments. If any more comments or questions come up, thank you, Vonnie. I can see Vonnie says she loves my design. That's lovely. Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies. You all mean the world to me. Absolutely. I love doing these lives. And I love as we've moved on and we've learned other things. So I shall see you next week, either at 7 and 8 or at 8. Take care, everyone. Have a great week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.